Hey kids, welcome to the show. Mark Miller here. Roy's going to be with us in about an hour. He'll be joining us. And with that, let's get right into the code and pick up where we left off. I did add a font. Let's see here. Let's close this down. Get out over here. I added a font to the system. Fred's good. Let's close the scroll. And here's what we're looking at right now. I do test say 1. It's not bad. It's not done, but it's not bad. For some reason, though, it's not using the font. Hold on. Why isn't it using the font? Did I change something about that? I thought I did. Definitely it's not using the font. All right, let's figure that out. Yep, that's the font I want to use. Let's go look at the page here. It's not here. Why is that? It's a little bit odd. That's what I need, I think, for my front overlay. That's really weird and interesting because I feel like that was there. All right, let's refresh the front overlay. Still not using it. Oh, because I got to rebuild. Duh. Okay. Wow. It's like not a great thing to lose. All right, give me a second here. I'm going to shut a couple things down. Shut down Mr. Announcer Bot. Come back over here. Build. Wait on that progress bar. All right. That looks like the build succeeded. And let's start up the pieces again. Mr. Announcer Bot's back in. We need to refresh the overlays and also restart this guy right here, D&D app. Let's refresh the overlays. All right. Let's get Code Rush music going again. All right. All right, let's check to see if we got the new font working now. That's really weird how that line like somehow went away. I'm not sure what was going on there, but let's try it now. There we go. That's the font. There we go. So the first time it comes up, it hasn't loaded it, so it uses a different font and gets different measurements. But then after that, it should get it right every time. All right. So it's not bad. There's say it 1, say it 2, looks like that. That's not bad. And then I can also do say it 3, which I just added this morning before the show, which does this. And then we can start to see, oh, we got some problems. Coding Gorilla, I don't have one that says kapow. However, I added commands here. I wasn't going to talk about them yet because I don't have them. Censored yet. I've got one called just basically if you do something like this, you'll get that. That's interesting. It's not centered vertically. I was expecting that to be centered vertically. Does that mean only one line? If I just do one line? Why did kapow? Yeah, I think it might be fun. That's awesome. So we got some problems here. We're gonna have to figure that out. Also, if you want to do thinking instead of quotes, you put it in parens, like that. Okay? So that's kind of where, it's going to be fun, but I got to, because this is a show for everybody, I got to make sure the bad words don't come in the chat room. So I got to figure that out. And I only discovered that bad words come in just now. There you go. All right, guys. I'm trying to get some work done. I'm trying to focus here. Yeah, it might be fun. All right, so what are we going to do? Let's go look at our list of our spec and see what we can check off here. How far are we getting along here? It looks like there's still some alignment issues. We decided we're going to center these. Is what we decided we're going to do. Alignment, we will center this. We will center. Okay. We are not. All right. Let's see what we got. So anchoring is good. Positioning is good. Okay. Here's what we've done. Right now, it looks like this. If you're level 3 or up, it looks like this. Come on. The spoken message goes here. And the thought goes here. So that's the Coder's channel right there. I need to get some sort of timing check on this, so that when the Dragon Humber show is live, the Coderush chat doesn't control it. Chat is ignored. Because right now you'll be able to do that. The other thing too is that I want to make it so in the Dragon Humpers channel that there's its own command to do it, and it's probably going to be like maybe something like this. I think we'll do it like that. I don't like that the thought delimiters are kind of hard to hit, but it's what I'm using for now. It's gonna work. It's not too bad. And then this will allow us to do these for individual players. So I can put a check right in here for both of these. Those are done. I also need a band bad word filter, you know, to keep things from getting too crazy. Too crazy. I only need that for the Code Rush channel. The other channel is a mature channel, so I don't really care, I think, too much about what's going on there. You know, what people say. It's like, you know, we're kind of doing improv comedy, so whatever they say, you know, happy to run with that. Okay, what else? Didn't I have more in here? I saw something that said, no, maybe not. All right, so anyway, horizontally flip, we got that. No sound effects yet. Automatic screen time, we don't have that yet. We should work on that. That's easy to do. Scale the graphic and or text to a nicely fitting aspect ratio. So we're kind of close to this. Here's what's currently happening. Let's create a new slide for this so you can see what's happening. Scaling, fitting. So currently what we're doing is we are wrapping the text to find an aspect ratio close to the original. The original bubble. The original bubble rect. That bubble rect was declared with these constants. Where were they? It's up here. Here we are. Here and here. These set up the text width, the text height, and this is the upper left and upper right. I'm sorry, this is the upper left. This is the left, and this is the upper coordinate right here. These two are the upper left of the speech bubble. And so depending on which one we're putting in on, we have a different aspect ratio that we're trying to hit. So we set that text aspect ratio equal to that. When we create a new speech data, we pass that in. The new speech data takes that, where is it? Right here, the ideal aspect ratio, and works with it. And then it goes through calling get word wrap lines, and it changes the width of it and tries to narrow down. It takes 8 attempts at it, trying to find it. It also tracks to see if the if we're getting closer or further away, because it's actually possible that we might take a step and we actually get much further away from our ideal aspect ratio. And if that happens, then what we do is we restore the last one, and we continue to reduce our last width adjust percent by cutting it in half. So it's kind of like a binary search a little bit. It's a crude binary search. We take 8 stabs at trying to reformat it so we can get the text getting close to it. Okay, we're not going to have the perfect aspect ratio, but it's going to be close. That's step 1. And so that one is done. Do I have that on the clipboard still? I do. Sweet. So there's that one. Okay, that's done. Next, we need to scale the bubble. Does this feel a little soon to anybody else? Oh my God. Oh my God. There you go. We both had the same idea, Coding Gorilla. Pudding's like, wait, what happened in the chat room? What's going on? Can I do that? Yeah. Pudding's going to have fun with that. Still working on it. We're working on it, but there's the technology that we have right there. Pudding, no, not what I'm thinking. Not what I'm thinking, Pudding. So we want to scale the bubble both horizontally and vertically to fit. Now, here's why I don't want to just, step 1 is important. The one we've already checked off is important, because if I can get the text kind of close, then I will have to scale the bubble much less, and it should be good. The other thing we need to do is we need to add an option to the word wrapping. It's kind of like a to the word wrapping engine to reduce available top and bottom space for bubbles. Top line and bottom line space for bubbles because it's curved surface. Because it's curved. It's like a, it's like a circle almost. It's curved, so less room on top and bottom. And I feel pretty strongly, I feel pretty good that we can just pass in a percentage and say on the top line and the last line, take off this much space. So less room there. Yeah. Less room on top and bottom. That's what I think we're going to work on next. We're going to work on one of these two next. Scale the bubble horizontally and vertically to fit. Add an option to the word wrapping engine. Here, I'll show you what I'm thinking right now. Where's Rory? Where's Rory to keep me on track? All right. I think we're going to do this one first. Word wrapping engine to reduce available top line and bottom line space. So let's go look at that. Get word wrapped lines for paragraphs. So here's where we're creating it. I think we need an additional parameter to the constructor here, which is going to be, let's do it like this. We'll say this is going to be top bottom reduce percent. And we'll say that's equal to 0 for right now. If it's a thought bubble, then we're going to say it's equal to 20%. And then maybe I'll just do this. I'll do that. And down here, I'll set it to 0. Like that. Then we're going to pass that into speech data. So that's what we're going to pass in. And we'll do that. So now there's our top bottom reduce percent. Then when we call get word wrapped lines for paragraphs, we're going to pass that in as well. We'll throw in 0 there. Whoops, forgot a comma. All right, so that's coming in at 0. Get word wrapped lines. We're going to need that, put that there. Okay. Now here's where we have to be smart. What's indent? Oh, this is the bullet indentation. Okay. All right. We need something like with this line is what we need. Where's our line count? There is where we add a new line. That's the end of the whole process, I believe. That's where we add whatever's left at the end. Okay, so here I need a different variable here than max scaled width. I need something called max width this line is what I think I need. Okay. We're going to use that instead. There. When we push, where's our push call? There it is right there. When we push, we're going to come back and say, We're going to reset it to there. So I'm going to be able to get the first thing, but the last one I'm not going to be able to get with this code. That's going to take a little more effort. I think what we need is something at the very end that checks that. Okay, so when we do this, max scaled width, if this is non-zero, if it's greater than 0, then I want to say max width this line equals max width this line. Hey, Surly.
Surly Dad is in the house.
We've had pudding already. Show was going great till Surly comes in. Damn. Yeah, we got to get the queuing going too. Don't forget the queue. I thought I had, yeah, there it is. There's the queue. We need to do the queue too. So we said, oh no, here comes the drones. Mr. Nessabout is so surly to me. Okay, we're working on this right now, Surly. Add an option to the word wrapping engine to reduce available top line and bottom line space for bubbles, because they're curved, so there's less room on top and bottom. So we want to wrap in here, so we want less space here and less space on the very last one. Really? Yeah, I guess I do. I guess I love that a little bit. Here comes Bald Bearded Builder.
Michael Jolly.
Also known as Michael Jolly is the secret. Yeah. Bald Bearded Builder comes in, and I reject him. I smash him. Tacos. Yeah, we need to, don't worry, we're going to get this fixed. We're working on this right now. We'll get it fixed. Yeah, so Surly, just so you get it, you may have figured it out. I need to fix the scaling on this overlay. I do need to do it. You can also put things in quotes, and then I'll say it. So, hey, if I want to say, hey, BBB, like that, I put it in quotes, and it comes up there. We're still getting the scaling. I know you guys are going to go nuts with that, aren't you? All right, so here we go. Add an option to the word wrapping engine. That's what we're in the middle of doing. So I've added that option. Now I do want to do the line. So the max width this line is equal to max width this line times, I think, like 100 minus my top bottom reduced percent. That would get me to 80 right there. Then I want to divide by 100, I think. Right there. Is that math right? Let's double check that. That times 80 divided by 100 times 0.8, which is going to drop it down to 80% of it. So there's the first time in. So if I just do this change alone, let's refresh that. Well, here we go. Damn, it certainly has a new toy. Boy, this corset is really tight today. All right. I just refreshed it. They're showing up over there. I need to reinitialize the data. When that goes away, then I'll put it in the right spot. Bacon. Isn't that font great too, kids? All right, so now, let's see. If I do my test, do I have a good test in here? Let's try that. Is it showing up with less space at the top? Hard to tell. So I'm trying to get a bunch of small words together. Rory is not. Yeah, I think that's working. Normally, you'd have Rory plus other things up on the top. So I think that's working. Let's change it from 80% to 85% and see if we can get Rory is to show up there. Where are we here? or I'm sorry, from 20 to 15. Like that. Okay, let's try refresh over there. How you doing, baby? Grow, flower, grow. It's Copperbeardy. He's come in the house, honey. Karen's like, Copperbeardy's in the house. She pulls out a, hey, you want to see what we're working on? What? Say that again, Surly Deb. Say one of the things you want to say. We're working on it. We're getting it here, but already people are, where did I put my wallet? Isn't that fun? Really? Mm-hmm. Hey, baby. We're working on it. It's still not perfect. Yeah. There's Campbell, kids.
Hello.
Join us on Friday and Saturday to watch Campbell write code in Unity and C#.
Wait, are people putting up speech bubbles already?
Yeah, we're working on it.
That's fun.
Did I accidentally wear Karen's underwear? What? Not accidentally. He keeps upstaging me with Unity. Yeah. So you got to put it in quotes if you want. Put it in there, Copperbeardy. Throw that in there in quotes or in parens if you want me to be like I'm thinking it. So.
It's a peacock.
Is that a Dick Tracy hat? Very cool. Yeah, it's kind of a Dick Tracy hat.
Cool.
Kid's cool. How's school going today?
Good.
Yeah?
Yep.
All right. How does Campbell keep his hair looking so fluffy? That's me. That was a thought bubble for me. All right. What do you want to say, babe? What were you asking? You better say nothing. I'm in charge. I'm jealous of Campbell's hair is what it says. We got to get everything to fit is what we got to do here.
We're going to need a bigger bubble.
Going to need a bigger bubble. I had hair like that once.
No, his was curly.
Okay. So I think it's working. I need a kind of definitive test here is what I need here. Rory not, wait, I wanted it to be Rory is not. I want to get the is up on the top line. Still not getting it with that 15. It looks like. Let's change it to 10. Refresh the cache. Update right there. And there we go. Cool. So now that unawesome at the end, we got to figure that one out. Oops, sorry. Yeah, they're showing up at the same time. Sorry about that. Should I try this? Really, bald bearded builder. Really. Got some troublemakers out there today. Okay. Did anyone hear that squeak? Did I try to explain it as my chair? I need a squeak filter. Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking 15. I'm going to go back to 15 here. I kind of like that. Refresh it one more time. Yeah, I'm liking that better. So it throws up Rory, but it doesn't throw Rory is not. We got awesome at the end. It is not. So let's change it to bad. Rory, come save me from these heathens. Okay, now I want to work on not so very bad. I'm just trying to do that. Okay, there we go. Rory is, so we got Rory is not so. I'm just going to do something that doesn't quite make sense just to throw very more in here. I'm trying to get that last line to wrap right there. I'm thinking my thoughts. I really do neglect that too. Okay, let's. I'm feeling like the queue should take priority here in a second. Maybe we'll do the queue. Keyword wrap lines. let's see if we can figure this out here. That is there. When we get to the end, yeah, I think this will only be for the top for now. We're not going to do it on the end because it's just a little complicated and I don't want to break any code. By the way, your text in all capital letters if you start with a capital letter. Should save that for when he joins us. Wait. If I start with a capital letter, I didn't see that. That's all low. Yeah, I don't think there's any capital or lowercase. Yeah, we got to get the Q going here, so that capital letter. I think they're all caps, is what I think. Yeah, I think they're all this. They're all. Yeah. Okay, next, let's get the sizing. No worries. Yeah, no, I think it's all capital letters. So I'm going to do this. We've got at least the top line done. Available top line. By the way, I haven't tried this yet, but we should be able to... bold with essentially markdown. Huh. I wonder if it's because we're centering. I think it's because we're centering that showed off to the side. Yeah, the be able to is centering. Wait, what did Coding Gorilla say? We need action bubbles too so we can do Batman Kablams. All right, I'm going to add it to the list. Yeah, so we got kind of a partial on this one right here. We got the top line done. Scale the bubble horizontally and vertically to fit. Let's do that next. Okay. Oh, dogs are barking. We get out of here, and we get the paragraph when we come out of this thing. That's the speech data. The speech data's got the paragraph, right? Paragraph. Does it have an aspect ratio? It's got a get aspect ratio. All right, let's get its aspect ratio. Damn dogs, I'm such a cat person. Not. Here's my pal. All right, so there's my aspect ratio. And I think the code goes like this. If aspect ratio is less than, I want to change this to ideal text aspect ratio. Like that. So if the aspect ratio, let me call this actual text aspect ratio, is less than the ideal aspect ratio, then we want to scale, we got a horizontal scale. All right, so let's, I don't know if I can do the math in my head to do this. I think I can toggle it. I can try one, and if it doesn't work, switch it. But I think the horizontal scale is equal to, oh yeah, I got to do the math to figure this out. Let's see if I can figure this out. scaling math. So we're going to do this. We're going to say our aspect ratio, that's equal to width divided by height. Okay. If we have an ideal aspect ratio, that's equal to that's basically width of the bubble divided by height of the bubble, or whatever that is. And this is width of the text divided by height of the text. Maybe I will do this, txt like that. Okay, so if we are saying, if we want to calculate the scale, I'm going to have to do this with examples. I can't really get this in my head. Let's do an example out here. Let's say this is my text aspect ratio. And I want to get it to fit in my bubble. Bubble aspect ratio. So let's just throw some numbers in here. So we'll say this is like maybe 5 across, and this is maybe too high here. All right. Down here, we're going to make this 6 across. And over here, this is going to be 4. So, to make this fit inside here, I want to find whichever one of these two is closest. I want to find if the width is closer to, if this W text is closer to that, or if this one is closer to that, I think. And whichever one's closest, I want to scale both by that amount for the closest. Then I want to scale the one that's furthest by the remaining amount. So that seems to be the logic here. So I want to say if WTXT is less, if WTXT minus WBU bubble is less than WTXT minus H bubble, or I'm sorry, H text minus H bubble. And these are going to be, I guess, absoluted. So I got to get the deltas on those. All right, let's write that code first. Who's ready? Come save me. Save me. Okay. Delta width. That's equal to width minus get longest line width. So that's my delta width. My delta height is equal to height minus, what is it here? Get paragraph height. Okay, so delta width, delta height. We get clipped on Clarkio's monthly clip show. I don't know. We can make Mark say anything. With great power comes, yeah. I'm gonna get a list of words you can't say, kids, if you get out of control. Like I'm gonna start banning words like "please save me" and "should I trust this fart?" All right. So there's my height and my delta width, right? So whichever one is closer was smaller. If the math.abs of delta width is less than math.abs of delta height, actually I might be able to do that to get the height real quickly. Did Mr. Nuts Guy just call you a hottie, sex positive?
In the house.
Should I trust this is poop talk? Wait, did I miss that? Is there poop talk up there? I didn't see any poop talk. There's no poop talk. There's such a cute peacock. Yeah, we got to fix that. We got to scale it. All right, so I'm wondering if I can just get something done right in here where we say horizontal scale is equal to, so delta while width is left, so we want to move the width. So we're going to say adjust width first. And so we're going to say horizontal scale is equal to, let's do this, to paragraph width is equal to that. And let's do a paragraph height as well. Okay, so horizontal scale is equal to paragraph width divided by, wait, what's my problem here? It's a constant? Okay. All right. So adjust width first. Horizontal scale is equal to paragraph width divided by what our current width is. I think that's right. Wait, do I just need this? Do I just need, is it actually just as simple as this and then vertical scale is equal to paragraph height divided by height? Could it be that easy? Let's see if it's that easy. Should unit test this for sure. Okay. Let's try that. Let's do a refresh. That's far off from what it should be. Paragraph width is bigger. Wait, if paragraph width is larger, larger divided by the smaller number should still be more than 1. The horizontal scale I feel like this code is right. It's the longest line width. It's that far out. Divided by our available width. Yeah, our scale is there.
Phew, that was close.
Well, I don't get it. I can swap these around, but that doesn't make sense. It's like it's totally reversing. The longest line width is in pixels, right? That's in pixels too. Everything should be in pixels. It should totally work.
Fix it!
Okay. I'm working on it. I'm trying. My intuition says flip these, but it doesn't make sense. My cognitive part of my brain says no, that doesn't work.
That's a bug.
Oh my God, really? Flip them? No, I can't get it to make sense. That doesn't feel right at all. Let's refresh. That's a nightmare. That's not working at all. All right, well, I'm going to throw out some numbers here. I don't like any of this. Just look at horizontal scale. Bring it up in a brand new window. Entity Adam says, I don't like any of this either, just because it's JavaScript. Why did it get so big all of a sudden? Horizontal scale. Wait. The horizontal scale is 0.4. All right, paragraph width is 88. The width is 22. Paragraph width, I wonder if my font, there's a difference between the width.
Coding!
I think there's a change that's happening with the font when we're rendering it and the font when we're measuring it. That's what I'm suspecting. I think this code is right. Right, if we look at the numbers there, you know, we've got a paragraph width of 88, a width of 220. So we want to drop this down by about 40%. So that's right if paragraph width is 88, but I don't think it's 88 at the font size we're using. I think we must be changing the font. That's what I think. Get longest line width. That's going to line data.width. Line data.width is assigned when we create a new line wrap data. There's the line width right there. Now we're in this word wrap function. Here, at some point there, measure text with context. Context is passed in. Word wrap lines, context. Okay.
Genesis 7, where are you? We need your help. Oh, yeah, alright.
Genesis 7 is here.
Here, I am.
Hey, Genesis 7, get out of here. Try and write some code. Welcome, Genesis 7. Welcome, everybody.
Cool story, bro.
Font size. Setting both of these here. I have a feeling the font size is changing between when we construct and when we later draw. Oh, look at this. I think I don't want to do this. I've got this idea of font scale, and I'm trying to scale up the font to match. Okay. If this is true, if I use font scale to get closer to this space, then what I want to do what? Too many parties, kids. I'm setting the party command for when Roy joins. Hey, everybody. How's everybody doing? Having a good time out there, kids? I think this is my problem right here. My font scale. I think that's my problem. I'm changing the font size, but I'm not recalculating it. So what I think I want to do is I want to do one last call to this. Is what I think I want to do. And I want to say this dot paragraph is equal to, and now what I want to do is I want to take my the width I got out of here with, multiply it times that font scale, I think. And reset it one last time after I set the context to whatever that font size is. I want to try that and see if that solves the problem. Let's do a refresh here of the front cache. And let's see what we got. That's not good. That didn't work at all. Ideal width. Well, there's another option, which is to not touch this at all. Oh man, I wanted to get that. Oh, hold on. I need to set these font size numbers as well here to that new font size. That's got to be there, that's got to be there, and that's got to be there. Try that. See if that works. Okay, now we're better. I think we're better. Getting better. What's interesting, yeah, I don't think I have the other. That's super interesting. There, it shot off the other side of that. What was that? A hey guys? It's just hey guys. It was on a vertical scale. That one looked okay. Set that to 20. Let's refresh. Here comes Rory giving us a call. It's Mr. Rogers' neighborhood.
Hello.
It's Mr. Miller's neighborhood. Rory's coming by for a visit. How you doing, Rory?
I'm doing fairly well, my friend. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Mystic Soda is out there wondering how your computer hasn't crashed or anything from Surlio's massive stress test every stream. Save us, Rory.
Beast of a machine.
Yeah, we should just call this the Rory Show. That's what we should do. Yeah.
If.
That's what we should do. Everybody loves you, man. Everybody, it's all I hear when you're not here. Well, if Roy were here, this code wouldn't suck. And I'm like, yes, I know that as well, but it's not my fault. Okay, I feel like we're getting closer. Is what I feel like. I feel like we're getting.
Adjusting the alignments within the bubbles.
Yeah, I'm trying to scale up I'm trying to scale them up there. Like that one didn't look so bad. If I wasn't here, this code would suck less. This one, we still have a problem with this. See the bold shooting way off the side? I think it's because of the center alignment. I think if I was left aligning these, that would all be good. So we have to go look and find that problem. Let me go through what other ones we want to shoot out here. Other test
Apparently
messages.
the chat room says quiet. Is there maybe an adjustment on your side for that?
There is. Hold on. Give me some more volume. Talk to me.
Testing. Hello, chat
That should
room.
be good. How's that, kids?
How we doing? Can you hear me now?
That's weird too. It should be centered. I don't understand what's going on with the
Vertically
math on
centered,
that.
yeah?
Vertically centered. Sounds good. Like that's kind of, that's
This is the new way of communicating, isn't it? Everybody loves this.
we can hear you. Yeah, no, people are really liking this. Oh, that's good. See? It's not bad. It's not bad. I just want to I need some better test cases here. Some other things here to say. Yeah, that bugs me. I want to find and fix that. What is going on with that? If only there were a party. Yep. If only there were a party. That was you who said that, Rory.
I'm just egging the chat room on, really. I'm stunned none of them have picked up on it, honestly. It's...
Well, we all just had parties going before. So they probably can't play them anyway. The best we got is manual control, but you don't want me to do that because if I do, it'll just look something like this. Oh no, I hit the button, Rory. You gotta dance. Reminds me of my days back in college, how I put myself through college with the Mark Miller School of Dancing. I was teaching cats to dance. Cool. I was waiting for you to come, Rory, but Ginny's good pudding. We're premature. Okay, right. Okay, he's just moving around there. Okay, it's looking a little bit better, I think. It's looking a little bit better? Question mark? I I think it's looking a little bit better. Let's send a lot of text out. What do you think of all of this? All right. It's actually not too bad. This is actually not too bad. Okay. Now, let's do this. Let's make it. All right. So we actually fixed that, huh? Surely those seeds, those flowers with meteor shower. So there are too many flowers here. Okay, it's really not bad. And I do like that the font kind of is changing its size to fill it. It's not too bad.
Have you got any max text limitations on this?
No, I don't. But the chat's got a limit of about 250. When my thoughts collide, I think many thinky things. When thoughts collide, yeah. That's you, Rory.
That was me. Helping to test the system.
Yeah, so this looks like it's a little too high.
Yeah.
Is what it looks like to me. But
doesn't that depend on where your extremities of your rectangle are as well?
That looks too high.
Because I think that's too high as well, yep.
But what's really weird is we had one that was too low.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Also, wait, hold on a second. Its position is not lined up.
Oh, it
should be higher.
It's lower than...
Hold on. Let's create something with a different aspect ratio here. So I'm going to say hi. I bet we see a difference between hi and hello. Yeah, look at that. Because we're stretching this out to kind of match that box right there. Why isn't the width working on that? I wonder if its width measurements are off for the font. I don't think my code is, but I don't think there's a possibility of bugs in my code. Okay, so our positioning is not right. Our scaled positioning is not right.
Multiple different highs there that appeared in what felt like different places at different sizes.
Let's try it. 1, 2, 3. You know, they're all overlapping.
That's fairly consistent now. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so we need to figure that out. Let's get the positioning right so we put a check mark here by our positioning code, and now we got a bug here. We got a bug because it's not right when we scale. We've introduced a bug because of scaling. Hopefully we can just look at the math here. This is all excellent. So this is the position of the text relative to the bubble, right? It's no matter where it is,
yes,
the text is in the right spot. This X and Y positioning here, though, I think this is a problem with, I think we're going to need to do a little more math here. And I think it's going to be in the form of scaled position, offset X, and we're going to need a scaled position, offset Y, is what I think we're going to need. We'll set these both to 0. And then I'm going to say, hey, if horizontal scale is not equal to 0, or not equal to 1, I mean, then we're going to say scaled position offset X is equal to sprites dot origin X times horizontal scale I think it might be 1 minus horizontal scale. Is what I think it might be.
Okay, explain to me why we're changing our x offset in the case of, well, anything. Why I could understand, it needs to start higher to have more text in.
Hold on, Karen looks like she wants to talk to me. What do you want to say?
I got nothing.
Nothing? You look serious.
I look serious.
Look like you're thinking about something.
I'm trying to remember what
While
I'm
you
doing.
walked in the room. That's what you're looking like. All right. Karen just walked in the room and she was like, Okay, so what happens is when we scale down, that scale also impacts the positioning that's happening here. And
so you want to grow as much left as you do right.
right, I want to figure out what the impact is going to be, and I want to counteract that impact is what I want to do.
It's just that if you have a speech bubble that would naturally come out of where your mouth is, and you have a need to grow it to the right, that's fine. If it grows to the left, it will overlap with you.
No, I don't know, because what if it grows? Here's the thing: it's anchored from the bottom of the speech bubble or the thought bubble, right? So if I'm scaling it like to the right, then what happens is this is going to scale as well over to the right. If I scale it down, it will move to closer to my center position. But what I want to still do in either case, I want to figure out how much it's going to move, and then counteract it and push it back the other way. So my figuring,
because what we're definitely talking about, I keep forgetting this, is that we're talking now about the text location, not the graphic locations. The graphic's not moving to the right.
we're talking about both. We're talking about the anchor position for it. So the piece will still scale. I just want the speech bubble piece to be about right here, right? No matter what the text is.
So does that not mean that the x of that anchor point should be the same, and therefore no need for an offset in the x direction?
No, because what's happening is if I apply a scale and I say I want it to be anchored at this particular position, it does the anchoring first, then the scaling second, is what it does.
Okay.
So in other words, is there a problem potentially with the engine? Yeah, I think there is. Am I trying to not fix the engine because I want a faster solution? Because I think this is a rare thing? Kind of, yeah. That's what I'm trying to do. Got it?
Yep, fair enough.
All right. Jam Bangers is asking, hey, is there someone to help me with a coding problem I need to do for school? Let me think about that. This is what I look like when I think. What do you think about that font, Rory? Should it have lowercase letters? I'm not sure about that. It doesn't have any lowercase letters. It's only all uppercase.
Lowercase letters increase readability.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, cool. Lowercase letters increase readability, but it doesn't have that comic look. I would love to have those, but I didn't have them in the font I chose. Okay, so let's see if we can figure this out here. So if my horizontal scale is 2, 1 minus 2 is -1. I've got to subtract by 100%. So I want to say the origin x is going to normally go up by 2. I want to subtract it. This math is not quite working out, right? Is it going to be minus? No, wait, that actually might work. Yeah, that actually might work. So now I guess what I'm saying now, so let's do the example again. So we're going to say horizontal scale is 2. That's basically we're saying we need we've got really long, wide text. So we would need to get at least twice as wide. So if we're going to do that, we're going to be way over there, right? Now what I want to do is, so if I say 1 minus 2, that's a -1. -1 times origin x is, oh, never mind.
Bang.
I would have spotted that extra in seconds. Did I miss something? Do I have an extra brace?
Moody's been having fun with Blazor and was tracking down an extra curly brace.
Okay, why did I say Copper Beauty is such a doofus? I apologize for that. Hi, Mr. Smoopy. How you doing, buddy? Okay.
Right, you were working through a specific example.
I think it's
before we
right.
had yeah.
So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to say my speech data X is equal to that. And I'm going to do the same thing with here, my position, plus scaled position offset X, because I'm really nervous about going in and changing the engine in this way. Because I've got a lot of things that are scaled that don't have any, X or Y offset. I'm just nervous about going in there. Yeah.
Now you're adding the offset Y, but we've not calculated that anywhere, have we? It's always 0 at the moment.
Should have been offset X. Thank you.
Good point.
That should have been offset X, and we'll go ahead and do the Y. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing down here. So with vertical, scale, Y, it's going to be offset Y. All right, I don't know, I'm throwing that out there. We'll see if it sticks.
Yeah.
Okay, so doesn't look good. Let's see what we can do with high here.
Okay, that's less.
It's
good.
even farther away, is what it seems.
But more than that, we've now got a difference because at least the high was on the speech bubble before. It's now nowhere near.
I forgot to do this, I think.
That would make sense.
All right, let's try again, just to see where we are with this. I feel like we may not be too far away. That's my hope. Okay, that doesn't seem to have fixed anything. We're back in the, well, we're back.
Still very high up, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is our origin bottom left or top left? Do we know?
Yeah, it's
So, in other words, is
neither.
Y too big or too small?
Oh, in this example, it's
Yeah.
Y is way too big. Oh, I see. You're talking about the down.
Talking about the position of it all at the moment. So it's too high up on the screen. Does that mean Y is too small or that
I
Y is
see.
too big?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we start at 0 and we come down. Does this mean it should be a minus? Is that our adjustment? Let's see if that's it. Okay, hold
It's
on.
just off the top there.
I need the minus here and here. It looks like it was too low, though. That's what it looked like to me. Oh, no. Wait, let's try
It's a
with
lot
high.
better than it was.
Let's try high. It's not. So there, it's down here, and with hello, it's up higher. It is better, but it's not
So
quite
what part of
perfect.
the logic, maybe I missed a piece here. What part of the logic is deducing that because smaller text, we need a larger bubble and a larger font than if a short, the smaller word gets more screen space right now.
Yeah, I do want it to get bigger, but I don't want to get that big. Let's go
Okay.
look at the, that's happening inside speech data. Down here at the end, we say font size is equal to this. We're going to say math.ex dot.
Oh, I see. You're getting an ideal width and scaling the height accordingly.
Yeah, let's do a, what's the max here? So we're giving me that or my max font size. I'm going to call it speech data dot max text font size. And we're going to say that max font size is maybe 100. Let's try that. And let's refresh. Really? Refresh. What's going on? What am I doing wrong here? Oh, I always mix these up, man. I always get them wrong, right? I want to think, I want to call this upper limit, and then I want to think, you know, when I think max, I think it's the upper limit.
Of course.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, my bad. Okay. All right, one more time. So now we should see a much smaller, I think. Okay, good. Let's go to, let's try 150. See what we get. Oops, refresh. Get on the screen. Okay, so that's too high. It's going to be about 90.
That's
Okay,
better.
it's better. Okay. I think the width is, I think the width is wrong. The speech bubble text width. Let's move this up here. I'm going to take it down to 200. I'm going to drop that down and see what that looks like. I think also, what was this at? This was at 209. So we'll take it to 199. We'll take 10 off of that. And then we'll add 5 to this right here. No, I don't. I'm going to add 3 to it. Because I've seen them a little more to the right edge than the left, the one, the speech bubble when it comes up.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's try that. Refresh that. Refresh the data. Okay. I think the font measurement, the font width measurement is wrong on this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I want
Think it
to
has
do.
difficulty with that particular font?
Yes,
or-
that's what I'm suspecting is happening on this, because I'm pretty sure the math is right on that. What I want to do is, I think I want to add an offset to this. Right here. I want to say font width. I'm going to say ideal width. Call it ideal safe width. Is equal to ideal width times 0.9. I want to do that.
Okay.
All right, and let's try that. Refresh. Refresh. Yeah, that's still
It is weird, isn't it?
still not giving it to us. So ideal width used anywhere else? Nope. It's just to calculate that new font scale. I'm going to throw it times 0.8. Oh, I know what's happening. It's not here. This is not the problem.
No?
No, it's not. It doesn't matter what this font is. It's still going to scale on the outside based on that to get it to fit. So what we want to do is we want to look for that, that scaling right here. We want to say paragraph width. And let's do this. Margin buffer. I'm going to set that equal to 1.1, like basically 110%.
Plus, that one was right over next to Fred.
Oh, that's because I haven't refreshed yet. If you see the green text, I haven't refreshed, so it doesn't know where the players are. So it's not until that's refreshed that it'll go.
Okay.
So there's my margin buffer right there, and I'm going to multiply the paragraph width by that. Maybe I'll call this left-right margin buffer. Oh wow, look at all that text. I want bugs. I don't want bugs. Horizontal margin buffer. Horizontal margin buffer is equal to 1.1. Basically, I'll say 110%. All right, let's refresh it. Okay, that's looking a little bit better.
It is, yeah.
I really want to go as high as, I don't want to go to 20%. Let's take it 15% on there. See how this is going to impact. All right, it's not bad. Okay. All right, that is kind of horizontally, that's vertically centered, is kind of what's happening there. But it doesn't look necessarily vertically centered. And the reason why is because there are no descenders in this.
Oh, good point.
But there are no lowercase letters, so I don't think there are any descenders. Like J and Q are, you know, Q's got a bit of a descender there. Also, why is this down here instead of above? It's as if there's, I think there's an additional empty line at the top. Wait, I'm just...
Not showing up all the time, though.
What'd you say?
It's not showing up all the time.
What isn't showing up all the time?
The extra line above.
No, you're right. I think it's a word wrapping issue is what I think it is. Let's go to our word wrapper and I think what's happening in good get word wrap lines is that the first one doesn't fit, and so it moves it down to the next line, is what I think happens. Is that possible? Maybe that's my bug. What if I could use live share with Rory and get him to type for a change? Rory knows his stuff. He's so damn smart.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. This is this isn't even fixed yet, and you guys are still like exploiting the feature. You're loving it. Yeah, I think it'll be really fun on the show as well.
So there's definite distinction between the same phrase coming out in the speech and the thought bubbles. All right, just the word test will cause a word wrap in the thought bubbles, but not in the speech.
Oh, really?
So that's a data-driven problem.
I have
Possibly
not seen
the thought
that.
bubble is just too thin by... I mean, it could still be what you're suggesting, but if the default size is too thin on the thought bubble...
No, that works in the thought bubble. Same one that you had. It's the one I had before. I think it was Hello JQ showed up on its second line that I had. If I did this, that's why I'm thinking there's a second line up there. That's what I'm thinking. We could manually work our way around it, or we could see if we can fix the engine to do this, to see if we can find this. I think we're kind of going to need to run it and do a breakpoint at it, which I'm always hating doing in this world because I have to shut everything down to do it. So I think, let's see, where's the push that we're looking for, the line push? Here, current line. I want to do this. I want to throw that out there is what I want to do. I want to come over here in the front overlay, refresh it, and now I want to send it out over here.
So I managed to cause the new line problem, and I've done it by putting a closing quote. Right, so I'm opening a thought, but I'm closing a speech.
Well, let me see that. Show me.
So you can go, this is a perfectly ordinary test, and that works. Okay? But if you go test, and instead of closing with a bracket, you close with the speech marks, you get that. Now, is
Oh,
that
that's
because
just
of the
because
size?
you're. I think it's the length. That's what I think. What's interesting is the current line's coming out empty every time we add that in. So what's going on with that? Push current line. Oh wait, I think that's actually. Hold on a second. I think this is actually useful information. Let me clear this a second. Let me clear it. Mr. Smooth says, "See my remark above? Can you scroll back and see that?"
In case where it can't roll wrap, and then it puts it on the second line instead of the first.
Yeah, that's what I think is happening is we're pushing these empty lines and then we're getting out of this thing. I think what I want to do, I can fix it from the outside, but I guess the question is, why am I pushing the empty line? So we're pushing here, current line, and then this is going to be current line, we'll say inside word wrap loop, and then we have current line, I think, down here outside. So what happens is we go through the whole loop, we don't find anything, and then we come out here is what happens outside it. And so that's for this one line entry is what's happening. And so what's it? Is that beacon I can smell? Yeah, we got to get those. We got to queue those up, kids. Maybe we'll use channel points. Get out of my head. Okay. Did you test with numbers? How did those work out?
5 characters causes the problem, but only
Yeah.
in thought bubbles.
Yeah.
Speech seems to be fine. Maybe it's got a slightly different limit.
Yeah, just do more. Yeah, it does because it's bigger in terms of its size. So there you
There
go.
you go. 6 characters.
All right.
So yeah, nice
So
and consistently reproducible.
yeah. All right. So that's my running theory, is that we're not finding it. We've got a word too big. Yeah. And so inside we're passing in empty string, and then outside we're getting to here. So the question then is, should we allow an empty string at the beginning? I'm almost thinking no. I'm almost thinking, look, if current line is empty, if current line, how do I do this inside of it? Is there a string dot something? Is there an uppercase string dot something? String dot is null. There's nothing. What is it? I guess I want to do if current line and current line dot length is greater than 0, then we'll do it.
Yeah.
Now I lose the ability to throw, potentially lose the ability to throw, maybe we'll just set it to the end as this is the first line. Let's do that. So if current line and the length is greater than 0, or lines dot length is greater than 0. So in other words, I've already added some, then I can put some empty lines in. I think I want to do it that way. Let's try that and see how that works. I want to put a comment here that says, don't add empty lines at the start. There's test. Okay, so that's better. Share, please. What are we sharing?
Apparently,
Quiche,
Copper Beardy
bacon
has
and quiche?
lots of bacon.
And quiche. Nice.
Yeah,
All
true.
right, let's go through some of these other things here. Hi is there. One, two, three, four, 5 is there. That one works.
That's better. 6 didn't work there before.
Yeah. I think the Y position, that's not bad. When we stretch really wide, when our aspect ratio is really long and wide, do we want to take more off of that edge? I feel like we might want to take a little more off that top edge. I'm not sure.
When it's very, very long and very, very thin, it's not really readable.
Right. So we need to fix that too. Thanks for that, Rory. I saw that one that just came out. You've got that one in your history. Bring that up when we are ready to test that one again. Okay, so what that means is when we're calculating our scale, I think we want to have a certain aspect ratio, a min or max, I think is what we want to do. So we want to say this aspect ratio, and that's going to be equal to our horizontal scale divided by, equal sign, divided by our vertical scale. Then I want to say, let's declare min aspect ratio is going to be something like, I would say 6:1, like that. And the max aspect ratio, maybe this one should be called max. And the other one should be called min. And the min aspect ratio is going to be 1:6.
Okay.
I think, like there. And then we're going to say, hey, if this aspect ratio is less than min aspect ratio, then I want to fix it. And to fix it, I want to say, if it's less than it, I want to make horizontal scale bigger, I think. So I want to say horizontal scale is equal to my vertical scale, I believe, divided by my min aspect ratio. I hope that's right. I don't know. Then I want to say, well, hey, if this aspect ratio is greater than, I'm going to do an else here because we're really kind of in one of two spaces here. If it's greater than max aspect ratio, then I want to say my vertical scale is equal to my horizontal scale. Now let's see if I can use the same math here. This is too much, so we need to divide by my max aspect ratio. So this aspect ratio is greater than, so that means, let's say it's really, really wide, like 12:1. So it's really wide, it falls down here. So now we're going to say vertical scale is equal to my horizontal scale divided by that, which means we'll go at least to 2. Okay, I think that's going to work, is what I think it's going to do. Roy, did you follow any of that at all, or are you just like, what are you doing?
I'm sat here looking at it going, I'm sure that makes sense. I'm
Good.
Sure he's right.
All right, so I'm going to maybe create one more constant. This is going to be my my max aspect ratio factor, is what I think I'm going to say. Call this right here, and I'm going to call that, I'm going to make that be 6, so I can very quickly change these, because basically we're talking either a 6:1 ratio or a 1:6 ratio. But I might want to adopt this. It makes sense to me. Oh, that's me saying it, not you, Copperbeardy. All right, fine.
This great new fun game you've invented here, Mark.
You like it? All right, give me
the words in the mouth of the presenter. There we go.
All right, that didn't look great anymore. That one doesn't quite fit. Can you give me the one, your test? Does that look better than before?
It is better than it was.
All right.
Yes.
Let's
We're
change.
onto something. We might just need to tweak the numbers, maybe.
Yeah, let's change it to a 5. And we'll take a look at that. Refresh. Refresh. Good. Roy, give it to me one more time. That didn't seem to help at all.
I don't think that did very much, but we've still got scroll bars.
Oh, you're right. I'm going to change it to a 4. And I'm going to refresh over here one more time. I think I hit it twice real quickly while it was going. Thanks for noticing that. Okay. Does it look like it's changed at all?
I'm really not sure. It's very, very close.
All right, let's change it.
I mean, there's more space around than there has been.
Is that a 4:1 aspect ratio? Let's try 3 in here. Is what we're going to do next. Yeah, maybe our code doesn't work. I have a feeling we're not going to see any change here, and our code doesn't. Oh no, that did work. That looks bigger, right?
That is definitely bigger.
Okay, and it's
Yes.
not bad, I think. Okay, I might even go to 2.5 as my max factor right here. Let's refresh that. And I'm just looking at how it looks. All right, give it to me. Yeah, I think that's not too bad. I'm going to go to 2. I'm going to take it to 2 because I think the 2-to-1 is... so we're just going to have that extra... Whoops, that didn't look good. That was not good.
That
Is that
may be
is that
slight
reproducible?
overkill on character count.
We try it again?
Yeah, I'm maybe going a bit overkill on the length
Oh,
of
because that's one line, right?
that. Yeah. Let's just take that down a notch.
It's better. It's
I like
better.
the pensive finger on mouth at the same time there. That's very
Yeah, no, it's better. Okay, so what have we done? We have so we've done the top, we haven't done the bottom line space, and kind of need to think about that and do that. But we have scaled the bubbles horizontally and vertically to fit. I'm going to call that achieved. So that one is good. Hey, beautiful.
Hi.
How you doing? My what?
Your phone.
You want my phone? Really? There's my phone.
Is there a wallet app on that phone?
Is that code for wallet?
It's not.
Oh, okay.
I have to get on your Amazon account, so I need to.
Spend money.
Don't look at me. Don't look at. If you double take to the camera, still help me. Mark, what are you pointing to?
Nothing's just secret messages coming up. Thought bubbles. I'm not. Oh.
Seven there with the save in the form of distraction.
Sign-in attempt was approved. She just approved the sign-in attempt. Run away, Merc. She's figured it out. You're right. She has. Okay. I'm going to say we're kind of good here. We still have a potential problem with a thought bubble where the bottom line is maybe too long. But that's an edge case bug because it's only going to happen when there are enough words on that bottom line. It's really not too bad. Okay. Let's see what else. Okay, so we kind of figured this out. This I'm just going to get rid of because we actually came up with simpler stuff in the code. The queue. I think we might want to work on the queue. Is that what we're working on?
Because the messages are coming in pretty thick and fast, and we don't want them to interrupt each other.
Yeah. Let me just double check everything on here. We got text on screen. We're wrapping the text. Let me make these a little smaller. We don't have action bubbles. We're formatting text. Oh, we got that bug. I think I want to go after the bug first. The formatting text doesn't work, actually.
This was the calculation. Well, the fact that when you include bold in markdown, sorry, that's the word. It extended off the side of the bubble, didn't it?
Yes, that's exactly what it is. So, why didn't I get that? Do I need an extra quote at the end? That's not working at all?
Huh.
That works, but when I put bold in there, could I have broken it? What's the other one I had that had bold in it? Looking through my chat history here. I think I wonder if I broke it with that change to the word wrapper.
Strange.
Going through my history. There we go. There it is. Okay, well that one works. The other one does not. But anyway, so there's part of the problem right there. Now wait, that aspect ratio on that last one doesn't look good. Look what Copperbeard found for us.
Interesting.
All right, let's do this. Issues. I find this so frustrating when I want to get single quotes. The auto correction.
I hate smart quotes. I just really hate them.
Line or bubble way too wide. And the problem here is that bold is oddly positioned. I want to play a little bit more with variations of this. What if your super quotes? We use those. Does this work? No, it does not. I'm going to make the first word bold and see what happens. Yeah.
So it seems like the bold works as long as there's at least one space beforehand. Does that make sense? Because I've done things that are bold and nothing but bold, and they fail. So if they're in that first line or first position.
That sounds like it's a parser issue right here. This piece feels like we're totally off with the positioning of that, is what it feels like to me. I want to get a couple words bolded here. I'm going to bold every other word or so and see what we get here. So I've got we. Yeah, that didn't even work at all. So you're saying if the first word is bolded, we get nothing?
Well, I had some experimental. What was it like that? Oops, switched away. Can't see. Yeah, that. Oh, I suppose I didn't type that correctly either. So. Right. So that's just 1, 2, 3 with bold around it, and that doesn't work. But if we. Maybe.
No.
No, that doesn't work either.
Give it something at the beginning. That doesn't work. Something at the end. There. I think that's a parser problem in the word wrapper. It needs something at the end. Is that what it does? Is that the thing? It needs something before and after. Is what it looks like it needs. Okay.
Yeah.
So, although I just did that and it didn't come up. I thought I got that to work. Why does mine not work? Oh, because I don't have the quote at the end of it. There we go. All right. Looks like I was missing the quote in the earlier test too. I wanted.
Are we actually feeding this through Markdown?
It needs one at.
Or are we doing this ourselves?
It seems like so. This will work right here. We're feeding it through the engine we wrote, the Markdown engine we wrote. So centering is off for pieces, it seems, but horizontal alignment is off, which I think we can fix because we're centering and not left aligned. That's my theory. That works. If I don't have the letter A after it and I just do that, it does not work. If I do a space afterwards, it does not work. It really needs something that's not bold afterwards for it to work. So that's my bug right there. So let's go copy both of those. Put those in our issues here. So we're going to say.
So I got one there that's got things before and after, but no spaces in, and it fails as well. I guess that's the same as your first example there, technically.
Yeah, I think we need a space.
Similar, yeah.
I think we need a space here.
The reason I asked about whether we were using somebody else's Markdown engine is because I was certain that in one version of Markdown, it wasn't so much the asterisk that creates bold, it's space asterisk, content asterisk space. But if we're not using an external engine, then that won't be an issue anyway.
Okay. So that anyway, this succeeds. That fails. I want to see if what's going on with if I put a dot at the end here. Does that fail or succeed? Let's find out. Fails. Yeah, it totally fails. So we need to figure this out. Why are we failing? Where are we failing at? Let's just throw something out here. Let's refresh this and see if we see any error messages coming out. Nope. Nothing coming out. Let's go add some diagnostics there to the word wrapper there. Where's my bold style? Oh, man. I remember writing this with you, Rory. This was tough to get this to work.
Oh, goodness. Yeah.
I'm almost thinking kill the feature. Don't fix this, because we got this to work for the stuff we needed it to work for. Where ending bold delimiter is not followed by a space. Well, it says it catches it. This looks like it's in delimiter. In style delimiter. And so in style delimiter would be there. Word is equal to that. Let's do this instead. Say word is equal to word. All right, let's just see what we get if we refresh over here, refresh over there, send in style delimiter, asterisk, word is equal to 1, 2, 3. Okay, good. So we've found that we're in the style delimiter. I'll take that. That part is good. Active style is going to be saying what that style is. Say layout style of that so we can get the string name of it. So it's probably going to come out and say bold for us. Good. Here we should find this one as well, I think. So we could say this is actually my remaining text, remaining token to analyze, I think, is that. But then down here, this is my the word that should be bolded, I think. Let's refresh that. Refresh this. You guys are loving this, aren't you? All right, let's go send that. My 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah, so we get it. We get it. We found it. All right, so we're finding 1, 2, 3.
Good.
Now, style delimiter needs to close is true. One last check to see if any style delimiters are left hanging and need closure.
Right, but that comment alludes to the idea that there could be something that needs closing, and yet doesn't say style delimiters needs to close equals true.
It said here.
Hang on. Yes, it did. Sorry, missed that.
So we need to close it. And we're adding it here and here. Those two places. These are slightly different.
Hang on, Mark, sorry. You, when I made that comment, you looked in a different location. If you look at the block starting at 582,
This is our last
that's
check.
the one that says one last check. Yeah, but,
So we
but
get-
presuming that it finds it.
This is we get out of the
Does it-
loop. This is we get out of the loop, and we're going one last check to see if any stalls are left hanging and need closure. Yeah, so go ahead. What do you want to say to this?
But in this particular point, would you not need to have a need to close equals true under that condition?
Oh, I see. Yeah, it's feeling like that's correct. I feel like I need to do this. I need to set the current line to that in this bit, and I think I also need something that says else if need to close, and then we bring in this right here is what we do. And I'm really thinking, what's the difference between these two? It's only this parameter here, right? Everything else is the same. So let's do this. Let's declare a local there. We're going to call this, what's the parameter name here? Stop offset. Like that. And I want to extract this. And I can't rename it because it's got a for each in it. I can't get to it. This is going to be, I'm going to call this push span. Push span with the stop offset. Nice. Then I'm going to come on here and do the same thing. We're just going to say push stop offset is going to be the word length. Like that. Let's just look at the code we're getting rid of and make sure it's actually going to work here. Word length is the, can't get to push span from here. Just double check each line of code. Active line normal, need to close is false. In pairs false, last start is -1. And then we finally have this push. New span style delimiters last start. Yes. Yeah, I'm confirming that refactoring appears to look good. The only thing I don't like is that it's not finding it. I'm not sure why. I thought the new for each was could find these, but it's not. Anything else that looks like that code? I don't think so. So now then I'm going to come down here and say, and I'm going to do this right here. So if, instead of saying style delimiters last start is greater than 0, I'm going to say this dot need to close. and then we're going to say that. That's what I think I'm going to do. Let's also throw out a last part here so we can see that. All right, let's see if that works. I don't think that worked. Yeah, we didn't get to this. The last part never showed up here. So it never got to here. Well, hold on. So, oh God, I wonder also if it could be. I thought I set current line to an empty string somewhere in here. It's one of my changes. There. I wonder if this is related to the problem. I just set this here because it felt right. Let's refresh. Refresh. Send the message. Still nothing. Okay, so I think the problem is this may be in the wrong space too. Let's throw it down here. So now we're in this, the line length is 0, but the style delimiter needs to close, which means my stop offset is, I have no idea what it is on here yet at this point. Let's just see if we get to the last part here. And maybe let's just comment this out. I just want to see what our last part is. What else is in style delimiter? I have last start. Well, let's just throw out style delimiters actually. You know what? Let's just do that. Like that. We'll put out style delimiters. See what that looks like. Okay. There we go. There's the refresh. You know, when we get sound effects on these, I'll be able to hear when you put the thought bubbles up, kids. So refresh both of these. I just wanted to refresh this one. Ground control to Major Tom. Not getting there.
Still not getting there.
But
the diagnostics at least are detecting the pieces as before. I mean, that's...
So we didn't see it here. Let's just do this. Let's just go through each one for each one of the style delimiters and see what we get here. See if that gives us anything of use.
Okay.
Okay, so we called twice. End delimiter is this. Maybe I'm misunderstanding what's going on here with the style delimiters on this. Let's go back up to when we found the bold and see what happened here. We said active style is equal to this style. Okay. Style delimiters in pairs true. What was it? The answer over here. In pairs false. When do we set in pair to false? Push span. When do we call push span? We get to create a new span here. Whoops, I just want to put out all spans here. Let's throw out all spans at this point and push the call to push span. See if we see that. All right. Span starts at 2, offsets at 6. So the original phrase was, yeah, 0, 1, 2. 0, 1, 2. I think it actually starts at 3, not at 6. 2. Well, I guess you could say between 2 and 3. All right, and then we have 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, this kind of feels like the data is right here. It looks like it's in there.
Yeah.
The problem may not be with the parser. That's kind of what I'm starting to consider.
That would be good at least.
Before we go any further on this, I want to refresh the Dragon back overlay. Whoops. Hold on. Dragon back overlay. Bring that up. And let's refresh that. It's going to get rid of that smoke for a bit. And I want to bring up some spells. Oh, they're not showing up. Why am I not seeing spells? It's maybe not a good sign. There we go.
Is that a bit bigger than it normally is?
You think? Like
yeah,
a lot
text
bigger?
is larger. There's a strike through that should have been. Wow, what on the D8, 2D8, 2D6? What's the strike through?
The strike through is the
not a lot of
underline. It's actually an underline that's supposed to happen with it.
Okay. Yeah, and it goes off the background too. Something is definitively wrong with the size.
However, the piece I wanted to check is the bolding is all still working and the word wrapping is still working. Okay?
True. Yeah.
Font size is too big. Why is the font size too big? I suspect it's because of a change I made in not get word wrap lines, but in get wrap lines for paragraph. No, get word wrap lines. I made a change. Is it true here? All right, I'm going to get rid of my console logs here. I'm going to get rid of them here. I think we are correctly parsing them. I think we're incorrectly painting them. That's my new theory.
Whereas we can't actually see the code at the moment. The spell itself is somewhat blocking.
I appreciate that, Rory. Thanks so much. In this call to set font, I set the word renderer's font size to the font size that we are getting from whatever the context is that we pass in. And that's kind of needed for the stuff we were doing over here with the bubbles. I'm suspecting it might be here. Let's just try commenting this out for a second and see if that makes any difference at all with the back overlay.
That's fair enough, yeah.
So I'm going to refresh that. I really don't like OBS. OBS positions these dialogues in a changing size. So I'll resize like this dialogue and then I'll bring it back up. And it'll put it in a position that makes it really hard for me to just hit the refresh button. I find it so hard to hit that refresh button. I'm going to try and find a fix for it. All right, so back overlay has been corrected. Let's refresh. Now let's see if we can show the magic. That was it. Wow. Okay. So I can't do this here. Set font. Get word wrap lines for paragraphs. Here in the Dragon Front game, when we construct our speech data, what I'm going to need to do is afterwards, I'm going to have to set that font size on the word renderer. Is what I'm going to have to do. Or actually, I think I want to do it before, like that. So I'm going to try that instead. So let's go refresh the front. Actually, I can. Well, I can refresh the front overlay. We still have this problem of. Hold on, let me refresh. So let's just make sure that things like hi work. Whoops. Hi with a quote. Hi, like that. I think that kind of still works. Yeah. That one didn't work though. But I think it's the rendering problem though. Let's go see if we can find that. All right, here we go. Render paragraphs. I guess we'll start by saying how many lines we got. Just watch this come out.
Yeah.
That one worked. That one does not. All right, what do we got? Lines length of 4. Okay, well, we got something. That is, I believe, from what I sent. Okay?
I think so, yeah.
Let's just throw out the span. See what we get. Okay. Eventually this will stop. Well, we're getting spans for sure. Okay. We got a fill text call right here. See what we get. All right, so there's the full text. Refresh, refresh, send the message. Ooh, we got some not a numbers. Y is not a number. Is that right? Fill text. Y is not a number. Well, that's great freaking news. Okay. Why is Y not a number? It's what's passed in to render paragraphs. Draw sprite text. Speech data Y. Let's just do speech data Y on this line and speech data height on the next line. All right, let's do that. I think we're getting close to the problem.
Gotta be getting closer, yeah.
But now I'm thinking it's not in the renderer anymore.
No, it's got some faulty data somehow. Something we're not setting.
I maybe want to get rid of some debug log messages here. They're both not a number. Right there. Okay. How does that happen? Somewhere in here, I think we got the problem somewhere over here. All right, let's go get rid of our console log in here. Let's come back over here. Horizontal scale is initialized, right? This would be so much faster to step through it and find the problem. Why is a letter silly? What's going on with the conversation with Mr. Smoothie? I don't even see that. Oh, Mr. Smoothie, but in algebra, y is a number. Ah, got it. Okay. Yeah, I will. This will take a moment or two, I think, to find this. Why is y having a problem? What's going on here? Speech, paragraph data. Ooh, I'm suspecting it's maybe one of these. Let's do this. And just get the font size. The font size probably a good. I was suspecting it's one of these two. In fact, I think it's really this one. That's my guess. Let's see if we can find that, prove that. Nope, those are both good. But speech data Y is not. So let's keep going.
Yep.
Get a couple more in here. I think it's got to be one of those two now. I'm down to those two.
Little message for you in the chat here. Your wife is leaving in half an hour.
Okay. I'm not sure why that's pertinent. I need to get my daughter to a dance lesson. What, leaving? All right, hold on. What do we got here? Scaled position offset Y. Scaled position offset Y. All right, so now we're looking at sprites.origin Y minus times 1 minus vertical scale. Come on, what is it? This is going to be real, I know that. Then I want to go find the other console log. These two, I want to get rid of these. They're throwing a lot of noise out there every time we draw. Okay. Leaving bacon by the door. Vertical scale, not a number.
Really?
That's what it says.
That
right
feels
there.
like it really should be.
I know. Like what kind of lame butt did that? Oh, I shouldn't say that word. Sorry, that was a bad word. So what are we looking at here? Where's it? What are we doing now? Paragraph height is bad.
Right, this is the aspect ratio correction, is it?
Sorry?
So we're setting, well, line 241 there, we're setting vertical scale based on horizontal scale divided by aspect ratio. But if for some reason that comes out to not a number, is there any way we could be getting a divide by 0 or something equivalent in there that effectively messes with it?
No, that's pretty much close to as impossible as I know. I don't think that's the problem. I think the problem is paragraph height is coming back bad. Here. Get paragraph height is coming back bad. That's my new theory.
Okay.
Let's, what numbers were good over here? We didn't need them anymore. Origin Y was good and text start Y were both good right there. So that's good. Sprite start origin Y was good. All right. Now I've added this new one, paragraph height. I'm expecting that to come back, not a number. We can buy the door. Oh no, it's a trap. Yeah, paragraph height is not a number. Right there. Okay. So get paragraph height isn't working.
Nice that.
Line height times this line data dot length. Is line height not set? I think that's got to be it.
It's got to be. I mean, the only other option is that we don't have any line data. We know we've got line data.
Well, let's hold on. Let's try line height. Line height, yeah, line height is set to the font size. This font size is called and says set font. This could actually be the problem. Set font, this is relatively new code that I added. We're looking for the font index of PX in there. I'm just assuming PX is going to be for pixels in the font, and we're going to get that font size from the context.
Right. Indeed.
But we could do this, is equal to 20 or something like that. But before I do that, well, I've done it, but I'm kind of thinking, I really wanted to see what these things were going to do right here. Let's not do this yet. Let's see what we got. There, refresh. Line height is not a number. Line height. That must mean that when we are trying, for some reason, the font doesn't have a PX in it.
We very definitely do have a font, right?
Yeah,
Like on the context.
we should, because it's working for other things. Let's see what happens now. There's a PX there, but it's a decimal kind of thing. I don't know if that should be a problem or not. It also has the word bold in front of it. That's my problem. That's my problem. Okay, so that's my problem. I've got the word bold in front of it. So let's try
And
this.
of course, we only have that when we're trying to do bold, which
Yeah.
kind of ripples into the whole thing.
Yeah, so what I want to do is I want to say, okay, this is font size string is here. Then I want to do a this dot index of a space. Space position is equal to that. And if space position is greater than 0, greater than, I suppose, or even equal to 0, then I want to say my font size string is equal to font size string dot subster starting at space position +1 and going, I don't even need the length on it. That's what I need. Font size string, make that a let, so it's not a constant anymore. Let's see if that works now. Refresh. refresh, send. Better. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now we
Okay.
just got to deal with the alignment and spacing issues.
Yes. Let's do one other, just a, with that change, we're gonna go back to the drag and back overlay. I'm gonna refresh that. And send over the data and switch over and show some spells. Okay. It looks good.
Yep.
Everything's still working. Okay. Karen, when you said you're leaving in a few minutes, tell me about that. Do I need to do anything for that? Do I need to? You're just leaving me. Okay, and then about an hour from now, I got to stop to get Gia to dance, right? Okay. All right. Cool. Thanks so much. And I wanted to bring this one up too to see that the tables are still working. So all of that still
That's good.
looks good.
So we've managed to fix our folding issue without breaking anything else, obviously.
Yeah, that feels good to me. All right, next we need to get the positioning correct. Let's drop down. There we go. Let's close the scroll, hide the scroll. Okay. Now we need to get over here. Get something like draw, sprite, text, render paragraphs. I don't remember how I'm centering this. I don't remember when I'm saying, hey, let's center this whole thing. It must be in my context. Draw sprite text. Yeah, I don't understand how I got this thing to center. Because it's not something I have, it's not my understanding, it's not something I have on paragraph. Paragraph wrap data. There's no alignment in here that I know of. So how am I centering it? Let's just look for the word center. What's this? This is not us. It's draw game time. Okay. Maybe I should be searching really for this. Prepare to draw name and hit points. Draw game time. You know what I think? I think I'm not setting it, but because I'm drawing it on the front overlay, and the last time I drew text, it was either the name tag or the clock. I centered it. It's just
Also,
using
it's a
that.
residual effect.
That's what I think is happening. Let's go back. Just to play with this, let's say left and see how that impacts everything.
Mm-hmm.
I think I can do it on the main one here that we're working with. Front overlay, refresh cache, dragging this over to another monitor. Refreshing the data. Yeah. See, it's working now. It's aligned to the middle instead of the left, but we just specifically didn't set it. So what we need to do is set it to center. Then we need to change our rendering to check to see when we're rendering in those pieces what the alignment is. And if it is, we got to put it in the right spot.
Fair enough. Mark, I'm getting signals that I may have overrun, so
You got to go?
I'm afraid I'm gonna have to disappear. We've got one more this week, haven't we? After this,
We do. Tomorrow.
Thursday, tomorrow. Okay, mate. Well, I will see you then.
All right.
I hope things continue. I mean, quash a few more of those bugs.
Thank you.
Making progress.
Making
We'll
progress.
see you tomorrow.
All right, buddy. Thanks so much.
All right then. Bye.
Bye. So this is tricky. We have to calculate the line length before we render it. Skeleton can get down, says live coding. Welcome, live coding. Yeah, mean that in a positive sense, of course. We've got a problem here, and I'm almost thinking that because of this problem, maybe I don't want to support bolding. Yeah, to support bolding, the entire line's width, including spans. We could do this. Let's maybe take a stab at it and see if we can make it work. There's my line. I'm almost thinking from here to here, I'm going to extract, and we're going to call this render line, like that. So y is equal to render line. What changes occur to y inside of here? Oh, okay. If we're going to return y, we could say return y plus font size, no matter what. There's my return statement here. Let's search for that. Return. It's just the very end. All right, let's refresh that. I want to just do a refresh because that's kind of a big deal on that refactoring, and I want to just spot check it. Refresh overlay. Refresh the back overlay. And let's send some data to it. So that looks good. That still doesn't look great, but it's not bad. But anything without the markdown and the bold in it, let me just get that too. That looks great. Okay. Okay, so that refactoring is good to go. Okay. And then here, Roy's here late today. Roy left. Let's get rid of that dragon. Okay. All right, so here, there to there, that's going to be render span. But I cannot. Did I get the right block? Looks like I got it. Why won't it let me extract that into its own method? There we go. Okay. And I think I want to do another quick refresh and test. Yeah, he left just a couple minutes ago. Okay. Still looks good. And that looks good. Okay. So render the span. So I feel like the solution in here, I think it goes something like this. We're going to say context dot align, text align. We're going to assign that equal to our save align right here, like that. And then we're going to come down here. And I think we're going to say, I think the logic looks something like this. Hey, if save align is equal to center, then what we need to do is we need to kind of recalculate our new x. Let's do this. We're going to set new x and new y there, but if it's in the center, then we need to say new x is equal to new x minus the line length. And I'm going to change context.textAlign to left. Because I need to kind of add my way across. And I can't really, it's much easier to do that than to work from the center to do that. But I have to figure out the entire line length first. So it's like a get entire line length is what I have to do. And it's entire line length divided by 2. So I'm going to take my center X position. I'm initially coming in and saying draw text here. If it's just one, just centered, no big deal. But if I've got to bold it, I got to figure out what the length of the whole thing is. Go out to the left. That's my new X position. And then go, bit by bit by bit and add it in normally like I would normally do. Okay. So I can, I think, do something like this, get entire line length. And I should be able to send in all my spans to that. And I think the data is already in there. That's my hope. And then here, I'm going to say span dot what? Do I got a length? Ooh, I don't have a length of it, do I? Shoot. Shoot, shoot, shoot. What's happening in render spans? I need the line data too. Line data line. So I need to pass in here line data.line as well. I guess we can just throw in line data. Okay, so now we have this. Then we're going to say wow. There's a lot of this code. Shoot, we need to know what line we're on, when we go from one line to another. Is that right? Or no, this is line data just for that line. Okay, so we're good there. All right, so I'm going to kind of copy render span. Oh my God, wait, this is, I hate this. Offset X is coming in there, passing that in. And I'm returning it. Yeah, I'm not gonna copy it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a switch in here. Suppress render. Set it equal to false. Then, if not suppress render, then we're going to call context set fill text. All right, that'll get us the offset coming back. So now we can call render span without it. So we're going to say get entire line length. So we're going to say this dot render span line data. That's my span index. So I think we're going to say x offset is equal to 0. Then we're going to say passed on styled offset. I'm not sure about that, what that is. We need to pass in a context. My line data. I'm going to say that's going to be 0. And my y is going to be 0. I don't care about that. Style delimiters. I need the style delimiters passed in as well. All right, so now I'm going to say my new x is equal to the entire line length divided by 2. I'm going to say our text align is going to be left. What am I missing? Context, line data, style delimiters. It's not returning a number. We're going to return x offset, offset x. Is offset x? Yeah, offset x is going to have the x offset for the last span. So if that save align is center, we're going to change it to left instead. We're going to say the new x is equal to x minus that. Then I think we can come in here, pass in new x here. The y I don't think we need. So if we have anything in the spans, we're going to go down this path. And otherwise, we're going to just say render normal text. That's what we're going to be. I almost want to extract this, call this render normal text. And then up here, we're going to say extract this method and call this render style text. Like that. Move this y to be the beginning. Oops. After the x. Don't you want to pass in true to the render style text to suppress render? Oh, thanks so much. Look at that. That's exactly what I want to do. Where is that bit of code here? Get entire line length. I want to pass in true right here. Good catch. Otherwise, we're going to get extra code on there. All right, there's a shot that can work. Let's give it a shot. Let's do a refresh. And what's it look like? The first one worked. That was interesting. The first line worked. I think we need to set text align after we render it back. Whoops, save align. I don't think we need save align. Do we need that? I almost think we don't have to pass that in. Render style text. Save align is equal to that. And get rid of this. I've got a cat in the room and my door is closed. Oh my gosh, and we don't even own a cat. This cat just totally likes to be here. Now, come down at the end and we're going to say context is text align is equal to save align. Let's try that. Also seems like they're on line 401. It should be offset x plus x. Line 401. No, because I want to get the entire line length. So this offset x here, you're talking about this right here. This offset is plus equals because it's passed into itself and the result has become brought back out and reassigned to the variable outside. So this is good, I think. We just need to come in and do this. What's wrong here?
Check out the chat room.
389. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm missing. What am I missing? No. What happens is we pass in the value, like say 1. Render span uses that 1 and modifies it. Let's look at that. Offset X. Modifies it at some point in here. There it is. There's the modify. So we're incrementing by the measure of the text, and then we're sending it out as well. So we're returning the new value out. So that's why I contend we don't have to do that. And it looked like it was totally doing it. We just have to restore the align. So I think what I want to do is this, is I want to say, hey, look, if save align is equal to center, I haven't even considered right yet. Then I'm going to reset context text align back to center. Let's try that. Only the last iteration of the loop matters. No, because this is in a for loop. As I understand it, this is a for loop, which means this line of code is going to be executed again and again and again. So each time it comes in, this is modified. All right, let's do this. Let's try it and see if it works. If it doesn't work, let's go in and make the changes you're suggesting. Okay, I think it's, I don't know. I feel like it's going to work, but I could totally have a misunderstanding of the JavaScript, of the TypeScript. All right, here comes the front overlay refresh. There it is. There's that. I think it works. So there we go. We've got multi-line bolding. We should be able to bold with Markdown. All right? It's not bad. I like the style of the all uppercase text, but I'm wondering if we want to have any lowercase on this at all. All right, Coding Gorilla gives me a thumbs up. As long as I got a thumbs up from you, Coding Gorilla, like that's all I need, right? All right, a thumbs up from you would be good too, as well. Thanks, Fred. You're the lizard, Fred. No, I'm the lizard? Okay, next. All right, let's go see we got that. Issues. Let's check some of these. I think these are going to succeed now. Nice. That's a bold 1, 2, 3. And here's an unbolded 1, 2, 3. Yeah, a little bit different. And then there's the bold. There, see, you can see it change. All right, cool. So that's now succeeding. I'm then now believing that all of these are going to succeed. I'm not even going to test them. What's this one? This one was some new weird bug. That one I don't get. I'm going to save that for later. Yeah, this looks like this is fixed. One more time test with this one. Yeah, sweet. Really sweet. Okay. We'll come back and fix that one right there. Is that true with anything? Like if I say, just like the letter A? Yep. What about AB? What? AB works correctly, but a single letter does not. That's a super interesting bug. Okay, next. We've got the Q. There's an easy bug I want to go after first, or an easy fix I want to go after. Automatic screen time lifespan calculation based on average reading speed times 2.5. I want to do that, because right now long ones, it's only when length is what? 1. That's odd. Yeah, it's odd. I'm going to go after it. Oh wait, we found an exception to this. Good job, good find. I'm going to add that one too. So maybe it's a short. It's not, it's the length of it being really short. Yeah, the size. I think it seems like it's a size thing right here. Okay. really short, we seem to have a problem. Okay, what's that you gave me? Just empty space. Okay, cool. All right, so I wanted to do this one right here, automatic screen time. We got this, we got formatted text with markdown. We got that. We've got the horizontal flip. We don't have the sound effects yet. Action bubbles too, so we can do Batman complams. Fine. But if we're gonna do that, then I think we have to have random locations as to where they are. Automatic screen time is next. I want to get that one right there. So let's do that. So we need that. Here's the expiration date right here. So what I want to do is I want to say, what's the text we're going to do? Here, let's get rid of these console logs. We don't need these anymore. Here's the speech string right here. I'm going to count number of words in it just by counting number of spaces. That's what I'm going to do. It's going to be a nice, simple kind of solution to the problem. Speech string dot. Is there a count? Is there a way to get a count on anything? I have to look this up. Count number of specific characters. Yeah, it's not the length. I want to count only the number of spaces in it. I don't understand this. What's happening there with that forward slash? We only want to find one of these is what we want to find. We need something a little bit simpler. Yeah, I was hoping for not that. Do something like that. Regex would be /s. All right, let's do that. Let's do what let's take Coding Gorilla's advice, because he's almost never, ever wrong. And his advice is almost always good. So wait, what does it look like? It's going to be match. There's really seriously a forward slash? What is that? I've never seen that before. Wait, a forward slash, then a backslash S. It's 5 minutes ago when I was wrong. Yeah, no, that's I've forgotten all about that. Oh, there's a cat in here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was it locked in here?
Yeah, maybe, but I don't hear it anymore. But just
I stepped on its tail and let it outside. I stepped on its tail by mistake. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm leaving you. If you need anything at PriceSmart, text me.
Was that where you're going?
Yeah.
Cool.
That's me. I'm cool.
Okay. Have a good day. All right. So let's see here. Match. Yeah, I'm like, what's this forward slash here thing right here? And then forward slash G, is that right? This is like, the syntax is blowing my mind. What does this mean? Okay, what does this mean? All right, then we're going to say dot length. Is that what it is? I think I've got to do an or empty. And then that whole thing, its length. Wow. JavaScript, those are delimiters for regular expressions. A forward slash is, I guess. A forward slash says I'm starting it, and what forward slash G means I'm done. Is that what that is? I've never seen that before. I'm like, my mind is blown with that syntax. I say I've never seen it before. I think we've actually copied this once, something like this once before. But I was like confused, but didn't really talk about it too much, I think. Okay, so we're gonna say num spaces or num words. The trailing forward slash closes the red edge. The G is a modifier indicating global search. Ah, okay, cool. All right, thanks for that. Okay, so now we need to find average reading speed for English. 200, 250 words. So let's use the slowest reading speed. So 200 words a minute. That means I am going to do, there are 60 seconds in a minute. Divide that by 200 words. And I get 1/3 of a second per word. Okay. So now what I want to do is I want to say total time is equal to, well, let's do this also. Oops. Average reading time per word is equal to 300 milliseconds. Like that, and total time is equal to num words I'm going to do a +1 on this, because if there are no spaces, then there's still one word there, right? So we're at least one word there. So it's going to be num words times average reading speed, and then I'm going to also have this kind of a safety factor right there, which is going to be 2.5. So the total time is going to be that times 2.5. And I'm going to do a max. I want to have at least this or some other one, which is probably about 1500 milliseconds. I think. So if we have one word, average reading time per word is 300 milliseconds times the safety factor, 2.5, we're still far under our minimum time. So it's going to show up at least for 1.5 seconds. Now we also need total, let's call this total reading time. We also need our introduction time and our exit time on here. And that is inside of the assets. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, about 9 to get in. And we're at 30 frames a second, which is equal to 33 milliseconds. So times 9 is equal to, it's getting me at about 300. So my total reading time is going to be, we need our time in. Well, I've got a 400 down there. Let's just do this. Let's get this up here. Total reading time is that, and now so expiration date is performance now plus fade in time plus total reading time plus sprite fade out time. All right, I think that's the code. Now let's test it. This is a test. I'm putting more text in here. That was not long enough for me. Why is that? All right, I'm going to bump this up. I'm going to bump it up to 3.5. Let's try it again. That was not good. We had two different. Oh, because it was loading the font, maybe. I think we're okay. Yeah, the first time it was loading the font. Okay, so let's try it again. No, it's way off. Is my average reading speed wrong? I don't even get this. I should only have to double it. I really want to move it. Let's at least make it. Let's try that times 6. See what's happening here. So the first one's off. The next ones will be good. All right, let's see what we got here. No words is 1. That's my problem. I don't think it's necessarily this just yet. So this is getting in speech string. What speech string? Is that not what I'm expecting it to be? That should be good. Two says we should be able to. So numbers is wrong. So Coding Girl, if you can hear me, if you're out there right now watching this, this is not. This is coming back as a 0. Looks right. For some reason, when I tried in the console. Yeah, it looks like what they're showing us too. Yeah. Let's try it right here in the console. It's giving me back null for that match, indicating it's not finding any strings in it. There's something wrong there with my syntax. Is it that the comma is a mistake? It must be the comma. I bet that's it. Let's go see the console again. That was it. It was a comma. Okay, great. Let's refresh. No worries. Thanks, Coding Gorilla. And that's up longer now. Good. Okay, now let's go back to my 2.5 or whatever I said. That's about 2.5. Maybe let's go to 2. Okay, so one more time. We're going to refresh back over here. Refresh. Refresh the front overlay as well on the stream. We'll just do it on the stream and see how it looks. Okay. All right, I can read that 3 times. I want it to be at least 2. I'm multiplying those by 2, so I think I'm okay with the time up. So now if we do something shorter, like yeah, it's up for less time. All right, I think I'm gonna end the show. I gotta go take my daughter to dance. Thanks everybody for hanging out with us today. That was awesome. Let's go mark off that last checkbox. Cool, we did a lot of cool stuff today. What do we left? Action bubbles and entrance exit sound effects, and we've got the queue. I think tomorrow this thing is we're essentially done. The only thing that I probably won't do on the show is work on the code for everybody to talk to each other. That will happen on the Dragon Humpers channel. By the way, if you're not following us over there, you can go find us out there at that location right there. Give us a follow. We're doing a show. Is it today Wednesday? Today's Wednesday. I think we're doing a show tonight. So we'll see you tonight. Let's get a raid going. All right, CLW. Have a good day, kids. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for your help. Until next time.